A lawsuit involving The View isn't just celebrity gossip. It's stirring up big debates about media ethics, public image, and the boundaries of free speech versus defamation. Here's what happened. During an episode of the talk show, known for its bold and unfiltered discussions, the conversation turned from Donald Trump's presidency to Melania Trump's personal life. What started as a typical segment quickly escalated when the host made several controversial claims. Melania's legal team has since labeled these statements as false and harmful, leading to this high-profile legal battle.
I think she hates him.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Okay, so we can all agree on that. That's a given. I also think that she wants to take him out. She does not want to be the first lady anymore.
They agree with you.
She doesn't want to be the first lady. She destroyed the Rose Garden. Who hates Christmas? Melania Trump hates Christmas. She doesn't want to decorate for Christmas. She doesn't want to have anything to do with him. She doesn't want to sleep in the same room with him. She can't tolerate him.
Allegedly.
And she does.
Yeah, how do you know all this?
Yeah, I don't know.
You don't know all this.
Allegedly. That's why I say allegedly.
Before we dive into all the drama, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel so you can stay updated on all the latest Hollywood news. Here's what sparked the controversy. The host claimed that Melania didn't want to be First Lady, hated Christmas, and avoided sharing a bedroom with her husband. They also accused her of ruining the Rose Garden and implied she was reluctantly dragged into Donald Trump's political world. These bold statements are at the heart of the lawsuit.
Allegedly, he was cheating while Melania was pregnant.
That's not going to come in front of the jury, though. The judge has ruled that won't come up.
We're on television now. And then after Melania gave birth to the baby, he found Stormy to strip around with, right?
Yes.
It's like people should look at him and say, you know, what kind of an insecure jerk are you? You know what I mean? It's like, oh, my wife's pregnant. I'm not attracted to her big belly or something. And now she's paying attention to the baby and not me.
These weren't offhand remarks. They were presented with such confidence that the line between opinion and fact became hazy. What made this segment even more explosive wasn't just what was said, but how it was said. The tone was anything but balanced. Instead of a thoughtful critique, the comments were filled with mockery, as if the hosts were enjoying taking jabs at someone they believed wouldn't push back. But Melania did respond, just not in the way they likely expected.
You know who has been bragging all over the campaign trail about how he's the one that overturned Roe v. Wade, but apparently his wife has different thoughts on the reproductive rights after posting this video plugging her memoir. Take a look.
Individual freedom is a fundamental principle that I safeguard. Without a doubt, there is no room for compromise when it comes to this essential right that all women possess from birth: individual freedom. What does my body, my choice really mean?
To understand why this controversy has struck such a chord, it's important to look at Melania Trump's public persona. Unlike her husband, who thrives in the spotlight and never shies away from a microphone, Melania has built an image of quiet dignity. She rarely gives interviews, avoids public conflicts, and fiercely protects her privacy, a rarity for someone in her position. This reserved approach has made her something of a mystery. On one hand, it's earned her respect for staying above the chaos. On the other, it's left her vulnerable to speculation. When you don't define your own story, others are quick to do it for you. That's exactly what happened on The View. The host filled in the blanks with their own assumptions, painting Melania as bitter, disengaged, and trapped in a life she supposedly doesn't want.
Individual freedom is a fundamental principle that I safeguard. Without a doubt, there is no room for compromise when it comes to this essential right that all women possess from birth: individual freedom. What does my body, my choice really mean?
And this take is pretty shocking.
I think she hates him.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Okay, so we can all agree on that. That's a given. I also think that she wants to take him out.
Wow. I mean, that is violent. They've got to stop talking like that about a former president who's had 2 assassination attempts. I mean, that's just ignorant.
For Melania, This wasn't just a personal attack. It was a direct challenge to the carefully maintained image she's built over the years. In today's social media age, where narratives can go viral in seconds, the risk to her reputation was immense. That's why she chose to take action. Melania's response was decisive, a $1 million defamation lawsuit, signaling that she's not backing down. The lawsuit claims that the host's statements weren't just false, but intentionally damaging. Her legal team argues that these remarks weren't innocent mistakes. They were deliberate attempts to harm her reputation. Defamation cases are notoriously tough to win, especially for public figures. To succeed, Melania's team must prove the statements were false, caused real harm, and were made with actual malice, meaning the hosts either knew they were untrue or showed reckless disregard for the truth. It's a high bar, but the stakes are just as high. If Melania wins, it could have a ripple effect, making media outlets and talk shows think twice before making bold claims about public figures. It might even shift how high-profile individuals are discussed in the media. But if she loses, it could embolden critics and reinforce the idea that public figures are open targets for even the harshest commentary.
Why can't she just be her own woman and have separate?
And she can.
And so why all that criticism? I mean, that was gross from The View. And look,
agree.
The View is not the litmus test of America. We don't think that.
They were afraid of that remark. That was their problem.
So why did they handle it that way?
To truly understand the weight of this lawsuit, it's important to examine The View and its unique place in media. Over the years, the show has built a reputation as a platform for bold opinions and spirited debates. It's a space where no topic is off-limits, and the hosts are encouraged to speak their minds, no matter how provocative their views. This approach has made The View both a cultural phenomenon and a lightning rod for criticism. Fans love its unfiltered discussions, seeing it as a refreshing take on politics, culture, and current events. Critics, however, see it as a hub of unchecked bias and sensationalism. This isn't the first time the show has faced backlash for its host comments, but the Melania Trump lawsuit stands out because of its potentially massive consequences. A $100 million judgment wouldn't just hurt the hosts, it would impact the network itself. Such a financial blow could force the show to rethink its format, possibly introducing stricter editorial guidelines and a more cautious tone. For a show that thrives on controversy, this would mark a significant shift. Of all the accusations made on The View, the claim that Melania hates Christmas has sparked the most attention and ridicule. While it may seem like a trivial matter, it symbolizes a deeper issue at the heart of the case. Christmas isn't just a holiday. It's a cultural cornerstone representing family, tradition, and goodwill. Accusing someone of hating Christmas is more than an insult. It's a challenge to their values in connection to shared societal norms. For Melania, a former First Lady who represented the U.S. on a global stage, such an allegation carries even more weight. It feeds into a broader narrative perpetuated by her critics, portraying her as distant and disengaged. But is it fair to define someone's character based on a single anecdote or rumor? That question lies at the heart of this controversy and raises larger issues about how public figures are judged in the court of public opinion.
These are such vile comments, but they are exactly what The View's audience loves. It is targeted perfectly at a radically feminist, liberal audience that loves hate. Another now. This is loving and tolerant rhetoric the left uses, which they accuse the opposing side of using. And this one, those women are a danger to America. They do more than anyone else to stoke political and social tensions. The former president says he thinks his wife should be allowed to...
Public opinion on Melania Trump's lawsuit against The View is, unsurprisingly, deeply divided, just like many issues in the Trump era. For her supporters, the lawsuit is a stand against media overreach. They see it as a bold move to hold powerful platforms accountable and to demand that even public figures receive a basic level of respect. On the other hand, her critics view it as an overreaction, a calculated attempt to silence her detractors and control the public narrative. They argue that, as a public figure, Melania should expect scrutiny, even if it sometimes crosses the line into speculation. This divide mirrors larger cultural tensions. On one side, there's a growing call for greater accountability in the media, with people demanding fair and accurate commentary. On the other, There's concern that lawsuits like this could stifle free speech, making media outlets hesitant to take risks or challenge powerful figures. At its core, this case isn't just about Melania Trump or The View. It's a reflection of the broader role media plays in a rapidly evolving world where a single comment can go viral in seconds. The stakes for media personalities are higher than ever, and with great power comes great responsibility. The big question is, are platforms like The View meeting that responsibility? Melania's lawsuit forces us to confront tough questions about modern media. Where is the line between opinion and defamation? Should talk show hosts be held to the same standards as journalists, or should they have more freedom to express their views? How do we protect free speech while ensuring accountability? The outcome of this case could have lasting implications. A victory for Melania might push media outlets to be more careful, signaling a shift toward greater accountability. A loss, however, could strengthen the idea that public figures are fair game for harsh, unfiltered critique. This lawsuit is more than just a celebrity feud. It's a cultural flashpoint that highlights the changing dynamics of media, politics, and public discourse. Whether you see it as a fight for justice or a publicity stunt, one thing is clear: the debate isn't ending anytime soon. If you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and join the discussion. Until next time,